Welcome riding buddies. We're out here at Conondale. We're looking at a few different bikes. For this video, we're going to look at Paul Chippendale's 1983 Maico 490. You're going to find out a bit more about this bike. It's very special. But of course, make sure you subscribe to John's Motorcycle Mania before we get too carried away. It's a proven fact that subscribing to John's Motorcycle Mania will help Maico brakes work extra hard. So make sure you get that done. Hit the like button as well while you're there. So we're underway here. Now, Paul Chippendale, Maico at Chippies. Paul, you and I have known each other for
long time, John.
A long time.
time.
You've seen me destroy a few bikes. Now,
I thought you rode pretty well back in your day, mate.
I just wish I could ride like that again. But what this is about, this is, to anybody out there, a 1983 Maico 490. But it's not, is it? What is it?
It's a full-on works bike. The motor and the rear wheel was supplied by Maico to Tom Horton, we believe, and then hand-built frame, hand-built airbox, hand-built swinging arm. Everything's hand-built round that motor and that rear wheel.
How many of these were built?
One. That's it.
This one?
This one. There is not another one.
So this is one of the coolest bikes here at the Conondale Classic Weekend. There's a lot of cool bikes here.
Yep.
This is one of the really cool ones because there's a couple of other very special ones, but this is the only one of its type in the world.
In the world. Not another one like it.
So we're running the 490 reed valve engine.
Correct.
Carburation.
Whatever Chuck Sun decided on running, and he couldn't remember.
And actually, that's another point. This was Chuck Sun's personal race bike.
Correct.
It was built for him.
I think he went into retirement from Honda, and then Maico said, "We've got a works bike. Do you want to ride?" So he came back out of retirement, but it was only about 6 to 8 months, and then Maico went broke again.
Maico Braco, they broke all the time.
That's it, man. It's always going broke.
We'll have a little bit of a run through on it. So it's a pre-production 83 Sandcast engine.
Yes.
What drive is this system running? Because they ran a chain drive.
No, this is not chain drive. This is gear drive.
So it's the gear drive engine.
Gear drive engine.
Where this is the part where you really come into your own, because I know a little bit about Maicos, but you're the man. Airbox. That doesn't look like a normal airbox to me.
Hand built. This is the first Maico to ever have a rear subframe that can be disconnected.
A detachable subframe.
Yeah. Now the big thing with this thing is Tom Horton built it, but if you look at the 83 Hondas, back then the works ones.
The RCs.
Yes, look at this. Swinging arm and frame very close the same.
Yeah, very similar.
Copied off the Honda.
Yeah. And then we know that they work quite okay. So this thing would... I heard you saying, I'm going to let John have a ride on that tomorrow. I heard you say... He hasn't even started it. We don't even know if it runs.
No, it might not work. There might not be anything in there.
It's just a set of cases and a cylinder.
That's it, yeah.
Front forks.
Interesting, because when Chuck had it, they had Kawasaki forks on it. It's only when it went
So they would have been KYB, they would have been factory KYBs.
Factory KYBs. That went on when it went back to Germany, where one of the Maisch brothers that fell out with the other one, he had the bike, he put the Simons on it, and that is a Suzuki RH front wheel.
Oh, so that's actually a genuine RH
That's
front end?
genuine RH, it's got RH in it.
So that front wheel, in other words, is probably about worth the same as a modern CRF 450.
Probably, yeah, I never thought of it like that. I could get a lot of beer for that.
But the Simmons forks, of course,
Yep.
These would be about the first of the Simmons upside down forks too.
Yes, same theory as when Brad was running them, experimental ones.
Brad Lackey, if you don't know.
Chuck Sun said he wished those forks were on it when he was riding it.
They were that much better than the KYBs.
He was involved with the development of those forks.
Wow, that is super cool. Fuel tank.
Handmade aluminium.
Hand-beaten aluminium.
Hand-beaten aluminium. The silly thing, if you know your Maicos, the exhaust pipe's on the opposite side.
Yeah, I was thinking it was back to front. Yeah. Something back to front.
It's totally back to front.
So that's
again the Honda influence.
Yeah, because the Honda exited the same side.
Yeah, that's it.
The rear wheel is a production rear wheel.
That is a standard Maico rear hub, and that was the only thing that Chuck Sun did not like about the bike, because they get too hot and they lock up.
Oh, they expand.
Expand, and it was jamming on it. A couple of meetings it jammed. Hence the different brake pedal. He put the guard on the brake pedal because the brake jammed and put him into a hay bale and he tore the brake pedal off.
No, so super cool. They're not billet triple clamps.
I don't. They
Well, they would have been with the forks.
Simons triple clamps as well.
Yep. So much cool stuff on this whole bike. One thing being that style of bike is the gear lever is a steel gear lever. I sort of half expected to be a billet.
So did I. But Chuck Sun said that was on the motor. The motor went in that. That's what you had to ride with.
That's all. That's what you had to ride with.
That's
Right? Yeah.
We can't spend a lot of money at Maico.
They couldn't even keep their head above water, let alone spend money.
That's it.
Rear shock. What's the rear shock?
Rear shock, I've been told, is an experimental one, but Chuck can't remember what brand, and it's totally different to everything else that's on the Maico.
Right. Okay. So it's we don't even really know what it is.
No, we're thinking maybe Tom Horton built the shock. We're not sure.
Yeah.
That's a mystery, that rear shock.
That is very cool.
It's putting a swinging arm in that. You have to shim it, and there are shims.
You've got to shim it to get the end flow. It'd be a nightmare.
It took me 3 weeks to put this together. I'd already done 2 other bikes in that 3 weeks. This was a headache. I don't even know how they worked on it.
Could be worse. Could be an aluminium frame.
I reckon there was 2 cartons of empty stubbies on the floor around this thing by the time I got it together.
Only 2.
Only 2. Yeah.
So, Paul Chippendale's 83 factory 490 Maico.
Correct.
Absolutely. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's a hand-built one-off, it's drop dead gorgeous.
Yes, that's it.
And this thing is no different to anything else. You look around it, like, just the swing arm is a work of art in itself.
There is initials stamped on the swinging arm, there are initials stamped on the airbox, there are initials stamped on the muffler, because that was handmade, and there's initials stamped on the frame.
Wow, just to make it, just to know who did it.
That's right. And it's unique, but awkward.
But beautiful.
Oh, beautiful, yeah.
No.
Many a night I sit there with a 6-pack talking to her.
Rosie says she gets more attention than she does.
That's right. Well, as you get older, you know you're not as good as you used to be.
No worries. Thanks heap for that, Paul. I'm going to have a talk to you
Thank you
about another one of your very special bikes as well. Okay. That will come up in another video. This guy's got special one-off things coming out his ears. He's got it's a very unique Maico 400 now because I've ridden it, so it's especially going to put that aside now. So
I'll keep that. I won't even wash it for you. I'll just keep it as it is.
That's it.
Hello, it's quite the show. I thought I'd let you know I've come to ride along, admit what just went wrong. Well, thanks for letting go. Now I can take home.
That is Paul Chippendale's Maico 490 1983 ex-Chuck Sun hand-built one-off bike. Only one in the world. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to John's Motorcycle Mania, and we will catch you at our next video.